If you've ever had a prostate blood test, you've probably heard those three letters that make most men a little nervous. PSA, short for prostate-specific antigen. You go in for a routine checkup, get your results back, and suddenly that number, your PSA level, seems to take over your thoughts. Maybe it's a bit higher than last year. Maybe your doctor said, let's keep an eye on it. And instantly, your mind jumps to the worst possible place. But here's something most men don't know. A rise in PSA doesn't always mean something serious. In fact, for many men, PSA goes up because of simple, temporary factors. Things like mild inflammation, recent exercise, dehydration, or even the timing of your test. That's right. Your everyday habits could be the reason your PSA looks higher than it really is. And the best part? You can fix those things easily, naturally, and without stress. In this video, you're going to learn 7 common reasons PSA levels increase and how to avoid each one. You'll see how small changes in diet, hydration, and routine can help keep your numbers steady and your peace of mind intact. And stick around until the end, because I've also put together a free PSA reset checklist, a simple one-page guide that helps you track what affects your results so you can go into your next test feeling calm and confident. If you want me to send it to you, just type PSA in the comments below, and I'll make sure you get it. This isn't about fear, it's about facts, clarity, and simple steps that every man over 50 can use to stay healthy and informed. Before we jump into the 7 things that can raise your PSA levels, let's take a minute to understand what PSA actually is and what it isn't. PSA stands for prostate-specific antigen. It's a type of protein that your prostate gland naturally produces. Everyone, and I mean every man, has some PSA in their bloodstream. That's normal. In fact, your body needs it for healthy prostate function. But here's where things get confusing. When your PSA number goes up, it doesn't automatically mean something is wrong. Sometimes it rises simply because your prostate is irritated, inflamed, or under a little bit of pressure. That can happen from something as simple as exercise, dehydration, or even sitting too long. Think of PSA like your car's check engine light. It's not there to scare you. It's there to tell you that something might need attention. And more often than not, it's something minor and fixable. That's why it's so important to look at the whole picture, your habits, diet, and daily routine, not just one test result. In this video, we're going to walk through 7 common reasons PSA levels go up temporarily, and the small, practical things you can do to bring them back down naturally. These aren't extreme measures or medical treatments. They're simple, science-backed habits that help your body do what it's meant to do, stay balanced. By the end, you'll understand how PSA really works, why numbers sometimes fluctuate, and what you can do to keep your results accurate and your mind at ease. All right, let's start with the first reason PSA rises more often than people realize. A small, temporary irritation that can happen to any man at any age. Reason number 1, mild inflammation or irritation. The most common reason PSA levels rise temporarily isn't something dangerous. It's inflammation or mild irritation. Your prostate is a sensitive gland. When it becomes irritated from dehydration, stress, long periods of sitting, or even constipation, it can release extra PSA into your bloodstream. That's your body's way of saying, hey, something's off down here. You might not even feel any pain or symptoms, but the next time you take a blood test, that irritation can make your PSA number appear higher than usual. Here's the good news. This type of increase is almost always temporary and can go back down once the inflammation settles. What helps? Hydrate. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses of water a day. Staying hydrated helps flush toxins and reduce irritation. Move more. If you sit for work or drive long hours, stand up and stretch every hour to improve blood flow. Eat calming foods. Add green tea, salmon, pumpkin seeds, or turmeric to your diet. They contain natural anti-inflammatory compounds. And here's one extra tip. Avoid holding your urine for long periods. It increases pressure in the bladder and can irritate your prostate over time. So, if your PSA is slightly higher than normal, take a breath. It might just be your body reacting to mild inflammation, something that often improves with simple care. Reason number 2, sexual activity before a test. Here's something most men are never told. Sexual activity can temporarily raise your PSA levels. When you ejaculate, your prostate contracts and releases a small amount of PSA into your bloodstream. That's completely normal and healthy. It's just part of how your body works. But if you have a PSA blood test within 24 to 48 hours after sexual activity, that extra PSA can still be circulating in your blood. The result? Your test might show a number that looks higher than it really is, even though your prostate is perfectly fine. This is one of the most common reasons for unnecessary worry after a test. Men see an elevated PSA result, panic, and assume something serious is happening, when in reality, it's just the timing. How to avoid it? Avoid sexual activity or ejaculation for 2 full days before your PSA test. Try to schedule your test early in the morning, after a calm, quiet day or weekend. If your PSA was tested recently after sexual activity, let your healthcare provider know. It helps them interpret your results accurately. This simple bit of timing can make a huge difference. It doesn't change your health, just how your results are read. So before your next PSA test, remember, a little planning can save you a lot of stress. Reason number 3, exercise and physical pressure. Exercise is one of the best things you can do for your overall health, but certain types of workouts can temporarily increase your PSA levels. Activities like cycling, horseback riding, or rowing place direct pressure on your prostate. When that happens, the gland can become slightly irritated, releasing more PSA into your bloodstream. It doesn't mean damage, just a short-term response to physical stress. Even long car rides or sitting on firm surfaces for hours can have the same effect. So if you've had an intense workout or spent the day biking before your test, don't be surprised if your PSA comes back a little higher than usual. How to avoid it? Avoid high-pressure activities like cycling, horseback riding, or long drives for 48 hours before testing. Choose light movement instead. Walking, stretching, or gentle yoga keep blood flowing without adding pressure. If you're an avid cyclist, consider using a prostate-friendly bike seat or extra padding to reduce pressure in the pelvic area. Exercise supports your prostate long-term. It boosts circulation, balances hormones, and reduces inflammation. Just make sure to time it wisely around your blood tests so your results reflect your true health, not your workout schedule. Your goal isn't to stop moving, it's to move smarter. Reason number 4, dehydration. One of the simplest, yet most overlooked, reasons your PSA levels can rise is dehydration. When you don't drink enough water, your blood becomes slightly thicker, and your urine becomes more concentrated. That extra concentration can irritate the bladder and prostate, triggering mild inflammation that raises PSA. Dehydration also reduces your bodies to flush out waste and maintain proper circulation, so PSA stays elevated longer than it should. The good news? This is one of the easiest things to fix. How to avoid it? Drink water consistently throughout the day, not all at once. Your body absorbs hydration better in small, steady amounts. Aim for about 6 to 8 glasses daily, depending on your size and activity level. Limit dehydrating drinks like coffee, soda, and alcohol, especially in the evening. Check your urine color. Pale yellow means you're hydrated. Dark yellow means you need more water. If you tend to drink very little during the day and then a lot at night, flip that pattern. Drink more in the morning and afternoon and ease up after dinner. It'll support your prostate and help you sleep through the night. Sometimes just a few days of proper hydration can make your PSA readings noticeably lower and your body feel more balanced overall. Small change, big difference. Reason number 5, recent medical exams or procedures. Another common and completely normal reason your PSA levels might go up is recent medical activity involving the prostate or bladder. Any test or procedure that puts physical pressure on your prostate can cause temporary irritation. That includes things like a rectal exam, catheter insertion, bladder scope, or prostate biopsy. Even though these procedures are safe and routine, the prostate can react by producing extra PSA for several weeks afterward. It's not a sign of harm, it's simply your body's way of healing and adjusting. If you get a PSA test too soon, after one of these procedures, the result might look higher than it truly is, which can cause unnecessary concern. How to avoid confusion: wait at least 4 to 6 weeks after any prostate-related procedure before scheduling your PSA test. Tell your healthcare provider about any recent exams, procedures, or catheter use. If you had a biopsy or surgery, follow your doctor's timing recommendations for the next test. Your prostate needs time to calm down before the results accurately reflect your baseline. So, if your PSA level looks elevated soon after a medical procedure, don't panic. It's most likely a short-term reaction, not a long-term issue. Patience here really pays off. Giving your body time to recover ensures that your PSA test gives you a clear, accurate picture of your health. Reason number 6, certain medications or supplements. Here's something many men overlook. Some medications and supplements can affect PSA levels. Certain prescription drugs, over-the-counter pills, or hormone-related supplements can influence how much PSA your prostate releases. This doesn't mean they're unsafe. It just means they can change the numbers temporarily. For example, some testosterone boosters or hormone replacement products may increase PSA levels by stimulating the prostate. Meanwhile, certain cholesterol or blood pressure medications might lower it slightly, masking your real baseline. That's why transparency is key when testing your PSA. How to avoid confusion: before your test, make a list of all prescriptions, vitamins, and supplements you take, even herbal ones. Share that list with your healthcare provider so they can interpret your results accurately. Avoid starting any new supplements or hormone products right before a PSA test unless directed by your doctor. If you're already using over-the-counter men's health products, be cautious. Many of them contain herbal blends or testosterone-boosting ingredients that can alter hormone activity and your PSA reading along with it. When your provider knows what's in your system, your PSA results become far more meaningful. It's not just about the number, it's about understanding what might be influencing it. So, before your next test, double-check what you're taking. A 5-minute review can save weeks of unnecessary worry. Reason number 7, poor diet and sedentary habits. The last factor, and one of the most important, is your daily lifestyle. A diet high in processed foods, sugar, and unhealthy fats doesn't just affect your waistline. It can also affect your prostate and PSA levels. When your body is overloaded with refined carbs, fried foods, and added sugars, inflammation increases throughout your system. That inflammation puts extra stress on the prostate, which can lead to higher PSA readings, even if everything else in your test looks fine. On top of that, sitting for long periods of time reduces circulation to the pelvic area. Less blood flow means less oxygen and nutrient delivery to your prostate, which can slow recovery and increase irritation. How to help your body reset: eat more whole, natural foods, fruits, vegetables, legumes, whole grains, and omega-3 rich fish. Include anti-inflammatory ingredients daily, things like pumpkin seeds, green tea, turmeric, and lentils. Move every hour, stand up, stretch, or take a short walk. Even a couple of minutes makes a difference. Avoid heavy meals and alcohol late at night. Healthy eating and regular movement don't just support your PSA, they improve your energy, sleep, and mood too. Think of it this way: your prostate doesn't exist on its own, it's part of a system. And when that system is calm, hydrated, and nourished, your PSA levels naturally find balance. Let's quickly review what we've covered so far. The 7 most common reasons PSA levels go up and how to avoid them. 1. Mild inflammation or irritation. Stay hydrated, move often, and eat anti-inflammatory foods. 2nd, sexual activity before testing. Avoid it for 48 hours before your PSA test. 3rd, exercise or physical pressure. Skip cycling or intense workouts 2 days before testing. 4th, dehydration. Drink water steadily throughout the day, not just at night. 5th, recent medical exams or procedures. Wait 4 to 6 weeks before testing again. 6th, certain medications or supplements. Let your provider know what you're taking. 7, poor diet and long sitting hours. Eat clean and move every hour. Most of these are temporary causes, not permanent problems. And that's great news. It means your habits, not your age, have the most power over your PSA results. Now let's talk about what you can do to keep your PSA levels steady in the long run, day after day, year after year. Once your PSA numbers return to a comfortable range, the key is to keep them stable through consistent daily habits, not extreme changes. Here's how. 1. Eat for balance. Focus on real, whole foods that fight inflammation and support hormones. Pumpkin seeds, green tea, lentils, flax seeds, pomegranate, quinoa, and fatty fish. These provide zinc, omega-3s, and antioxidants your prostate needs to stay calm. 2nd, hydrate wisely. Drink most of your water before 4 p.m. to support kidney function and reduce nighttime bathroom trips. Avoid sugary drinks and alcohol, which can dehydrate your system. 3rd, move every hour. Even short, light movement, standing, stretching, or walking, keeps blood flowing through your pelvic area. Good circulation means less pressure and better nutrient delivery to your prostate. 4th, prioritize rest. Your body regulates hormones and repairs tissue while you sleep. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of deep, consistent rest every night. Avoid caffeine or large meals within 2 hours of bedtime. 5th, track patterns, not panic. If your PSA changes, note what you did in the previous days: activity, hydration, or stress levels. One number doesn't define your health. Patterns tell the real story. Consistency, not perfection, is what makes a difference. Small, daily choices, drinking more water, eating cleaner, staying active, all add up to calmer PSA levels and better peace of mind. So here's the simple truth. Your PSA level isn't something to fear. It's something to understand. It's your body's way of communicating. When PSA rises, it's often saying, "Hey, something's stressing me out. Let's make a small change." And now you know exactly what those stressors are. Most of the time, PSA levels increase because of temporary, everyday factors, not because of anything dangerous. You've learned how to manage them. Stay hydrated. Avoid intense activity or sexual contact before testing. Give your body time to recover after medical procedures. Move more, eat cleaner, and rest better. These are small, practical steps, but they make a big difference. Because when your lifestyle supports your prostate, your PSA naturally follows. The next time you go in for a test, you won't just be guessing what affects your results, you'll know. And that confidence alone can bring peace of mind. If this video helped you better understand your PSA, please like it. It tells YouTube this kind of educational content matters. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe for more easy, science-backed tips on men's health and aging well. Before you go, I've created a free PSA reset checklist. It's a simple one-page guide with the 7 triggers, the best habits to prevent them, and a daily tracker so you can see what really works for you. Just type PSA in the comments, and I'll send it right to you. Remember, you don't have to fight your numbers. You just have to listen to what they're telling you and respond with simple, smart habits. Knowledge is power. And when you understand your PSA, you're already one step closer to feeling calm, healthy, and in control.